The next thing we have to do is do what you do with intensity. So that means whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever goals there are that you define for yourself, it means just giving 100%. And whatever obstacles you come across, because you will come across obstacles, keep going, keep pushing, keep driving yourself through your passion. And the fourth thing is, do not get attached to the results. Now, for those of us who are perfectionists, this is a really difficult one, because we always want the results, right? That's the bottom line, and that's what we're seeking. But it's important that we remember that half of the battle is in the journey. And so wherever we end up, it's the journey that teaches us the lessons. And we can always try again. So I want to now give everyone a call to action. And my call to action is this. If you leave here today and live with even just a little bit more passion, I will feel that my conversation with you is a success. Because it's a difference. I'm asking you to try some of the things that I talked about today. Try the assignments. Try writing them down. Try being a more authentic leader. Try to cut out some of those excuses and overcome them. If you've tried to make big changes in your life before, but you failed, that's okay. I'm asking you to try something different. Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So I'm asking you today to try something else. Give it a shot. Assignment 3, which is gratitude, is my way of saying thank you to you all. It's a gift from me to you for allowing me to be here and speak with you. And it's called 3 Happy Things. And what I ask you to do is to keep a notebook by your bed. And every night, before you go to sleep, write down 3 good, happy things that happened to you in that day. Now, the question becomes, well, what if nothing good happened to me in this particular day? Well, that is your challenge right there. The challenge is to find 3 things, because there are 3 good things that happen every single day. We don't always realize it, but it can be something very small. See, big, enormous happy things don't happen every day. We don't get a huge promotion every day, and we don't get married every day, and we don't get a new car every day, but something small does happen every day. Small happy things happen. Maybe it's a colleague commenting on your paper and saying, great job. Or maybe it's somebody just holding the door for you when you're walking out of this room. Or maybe it's a teacher, complimenting your work. It can be that small. See, the thing about life is that there are the big happy things that happen, but most of life is about big stretches of time where only small happy things happen. And if we can start to focus on those small things, and we can start to live with gratitude, we'll be really amazed by how our lives start to transform. And I'll bet that after a while, you'll become so good at noticing those small, happy, good things that are happening in your life that your entire perspective will change. Because that's what happened to me. When I made a decision to change my life, and when I made a decision to change my thoughts, I started focusing on the positive, and the rest of it just fell into place. I started living with passion, I started leading with passion, and I started living a life of gratitude. And that's how I really want to tie this all together, is by asking you all to exercise gratitude. Before I close, does anyone have any questions for me? Yes?
You said you're a life coach, so I may have some potential clients for you. But, so do you do it virtually, or do you do? Okay.
Yes, I actually do life coaching online, in person, and over the phone.
Okay.
I use GChat.
No texting?
No, in fact, you know how I talked about making more time for myself? A year ago, I cut out text messaging from my cell phone plan. I just got rid of it altogether. So if anybody wants to call me on the phone or speak to me now, they have to pick up the phone and call me, because text messaging, that's another major time sucker. Somebody's giving me a thumbs up back there. So I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm glad I'm not alone. Okay.
Especially if you're texting challenge. Like, my kids will go back and forth, and I'm like, this is driving me crazy. I'm just going to pick the phone up and call them. It's taking me longer to text.
It's the best decision I ever made. All my friends say, you're crazy. How can you live without text messaging? But guess what? We did it before. It's a perfectly good way of getting through. Okay, so, yes, another question.
I guess the thing would be, how would you, when you look at somebody and you size them up for your first initial meeting, what are the hallmarks of someone who's living with passion?
That's a great question. And what are the hallmarks of someone who is living with passion? And I would say that when you see someone talk about what they do for a living, if they light up, that's someone who's living with passion. And it doesn't matter if you're a veterinarian, or if you're an accountant, or if you're a doctor, because if you're passionate about what you're doing, it shows. You see it right in someone's face. And on the contrary, most of my clients that I work with, they're actually not living passionately right now. And it's pretty obvious, because you ask them what they're doing for a living, and, oh, I'm working at a marketing firm, and, you know. When you see someone that's living with passion, you see someone like Jeff Thompson.
I'd like that.
He's a perfect example of a passionate leader, an inspiring leader, and he's living his passion, and it's obvious when he speaks.
I'm one of Dena's clients, by the way.
He's actually my former boss. So that's a great question, and thank
So
you
you're
so
getting
much.
this hour free then?
Okay, so thank you all for your questions. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you, Michelle, for having me. If you have any more questions, please email me. Check out my website, and if you want to receive subscriptions, just write your email down on that paper, and I'll send them out to you. Thank you.